I was about to start, but I forgot where we were. Okay. As we move forward straight towards the next dawn of the horizon, as a weird way of saying as we begin this battle, but whatever. Trying to be fancy, but did not work properly. As we begin the fight beforehand, we managed to discover that enemies were coming forwards. To try to prevent them or to try to stall them, your team had decided to go up against these two people that first came in to check things out. You took them out, not without danger to yourselves, but you managed to take them out without more or less trouble. Now, seeing that the storm has covered and coated the city itself, you are more or less buying time or discovering what exactly these people are after. Based on the things I'm looking for, it's something shrined or like pedestaled on something, as that's mainly been what they've been looking at. They have yet to appear at the statue, but that's not to say they weren't going towards there. Still, as they make wave after wave, your team managed to stop another section of the city and came across another team, Shade and his group. And when you met them, you decided to split apart from that point on. You guys decided to go here towards the Runners Guild Hall, and they went towards the library. So without too much of an issue, you guys climbed up to the top.
Here it comes, Triple D. Oh, sorry.
You're good. Just recapping. Went up to the second story floor. Then immediately just jumped through stuff down at the enemy, and this is where we are now. All right. Welcome, Fox, by the way. As I mentioned beforehand, unfortunately, Tolwyn is unable to make it. I sent them a message earlier today, but with luck, they are sorting things out. After all, remember, life comes first, so no problem if you can't make it.
Yeah. I'm driving right now. I'll be home in a minute, but I got a kooky little baby I got to put to bed real quick, and I got to help my wife make some toast because she's dying because she's pregnant.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm on the mic, so I'll be muted. But if I don't say anything, you say, hi, okay.
All right.
Thank you, bye.
Oh, believe me, I will.
Drive safe. Service, you're up first.
All right. I look over to Talon and I tell him, do we want to try just putting down this monster without killing it to see if we can get information from it? Or do we just want to kill it?
It looks really not nice. I feel like my sword should at least explore its innards before we talk to it.
Well, we already had done some damage, but alright. I will go for a non-lethal blow. I'll try disabling its legs.
All right. 21 does hit. All right. With the first wave of attack, it slashes in and does a good amount of damage. Not enough to kill it, but you can tell after, the first level of a couple of assaults you did, you definitely brought it down a peg or two, so it's definitely bleeding out. It's not bloodied, but it's very, very close. Cerberus, anything else?
I'll use my extra attack with my other weapon. Once again, non-lethal.
All right. Yeah, 20 does hit. And with the next slash, you bash in and curve your blade into it. You can tell that more ichor blood, more ink than actual redness, does spew out. They are definitely hurt and now considered bloodied.
I also make sure to swipe my blades clean.
Okay. You swipe it. It lands in the area near you. It stains, but definitely enough. This didn't have a weird effect to them. Thankfully. However, bonus action or move it.
Turn over.
Okay. However, As you guys are basically fighting this thing off, almost killing it outright beforehand, you know, when when things get attacked, people come running in to defend. By people, I mean creatures. And so this thing's gonna charge 15, 10. Yeah, it's gonna make it. With a running start, this thing bores straight towards you, Cerberus. You're not exactly sure what it is, but it definitely has skin closer to rock than actual flesh and bone. Well, flesh. Maybe bone is actually more proper. It goes directly towards you, and it tries to use its horn like... I don't know what that would be called. Like, mutton chops, maybe? To just... not slash into you, but pierce into your flesh. And with a natural 20, I'm pretty sure that'll hit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. With a nice... 10 at least is bludgeoning damage, so if you can reduce that, you're more than welcome to. Bludgeons into you. It hurts a lot. Oh, right. 2d6. Sorry, 2d8. So, 9, 5... for total of 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it goes in to try to knock into you once more. If you're a normal person, this would very, very much hurt. The next strike goes directly towards you, but this time you put your blade in between the hide of its skin and yourself to keep it from piercing in. Kaithal. As of now, Kaithal, you did drop your weapon to, smash into this thing. It's currently considered restrained. Bloodied. Its AC has been reduced down because of so much fracturing in its own natural armor. If you are speaking, I can't hear you. I just see the pings.
Are you talking, is it Taylor or Kaithal? It's
Kaithal,
right?
Yeah, Kaithal.
Okay, just making sure. Oh, wait, was it me?
Kaithal? Uh-oh.
Seems everybody's at a loss for words. I thought he was talking
Tech
earlier.
trouble, unfortunately.
Yeah, of course, right? I think he's probably trying. He's unmuting and muting, so I think he's trying to hear us, or he's trying to talk, as in I think he can hear us.
It's
just not
possible.
talking.
It's possible Discord's having issues. Quite literally,
Yeah,
it was
actually,
having issues with me earlier today.
He could perhaps grapple the other monster near me with
Oh,
telekinesis.
they can hear us. You would need to actually be touching the weapon to do that. Well, I guess he can technically recall it, but then he'd lose grapple on the creature.
He could just leave the weapon there and put his hand on top of the weapon, can't he?
He would have to jump down then. I like your idea. He would have to jump down then.
I thought he did jump down.
Yeah, you just dropped the weapon. According to my notes.
Never mind.
It's been 2 weeks ago. I could be wrong. But Kaithal, if you're able to text your turn. Wolf jumped down onto enemy. Alright, that seems more or less like... it's not difficult to do. Go ahead and roll your attack with advantage. Because this thing is considered restrained. Yeah, 23 definitely does hit. So 9. Go ahead and roll the damage again. Because, it definitely hit harder with more weight just crashing into this thing.
I was gonna say, Kaithal, I don't know if you can hear it, so maybe like turn your Bluetooth off and on, or I don't know, try and hop in and out of the party when you're done with your turn, maybe. I don't know. That's all I got.
It's not a lot, so I'm gonna be a little nicer. I'm gonna say an additional 2d6 falling damage. +3. That's 1. And that's 2. And that's 2. There we go. That's more like it. But the hound jumps down, crashes into this thing with enough rendering force to do, well, probably kill a normal person, honestly. With gusto. Alright, and thankfully enough with a Misty Step, you jump down and are able to get there just fine. If you decide to help Cerberus and Talon, you would need to move, which isn't an issue. You still have your movement and action, because that was just the dog's turn. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. You call your blade back without too much of an issue. Your hound looks as the blade just comes directly towards your hand, and you grab onto it just fine. The creature is no longer considered restrained, so any attacks against it are now just at regular attack. 26 definitely does hit, as your blade sinks directly towards this creature, bashes in, and crashes a lot. Crashes a lot makes no sense as a descriptor. Crashes into the side of this thing, cutting it up very, very harshly as it returns back into your hand. Alright. Unless you have another attack, I think that's it. Enter. Okay. The shadow creature that you find today, or at least in front of you, seems to be reminiscent of a creature you have found prior. But this one may be a little bit more advanced of a state than the last one. That being said, though, you guys are also stronger than last time, and maybe have a skill set or two to figure things out. Who's to say? At any rate, the enemy aims directly towards... I'm going to go odds and evens. I'm not going to say who's who, so roll the dice. Directly towards Talon, this creature doesn't lunge or directly attacks you. It simply
Talon dances harder.
It simply outstretches its hand directly towards you. And then, in a weird sound-like pattern, it's not language, and it's not a way of casting a spell, but you do believe that it is, in a way, this is the only other way I can describe it, casting a spell.
It's sending out magical energies.
Yeah.
With my general direction.
Mm-hmm. But it's not speaking like the normal languages of arcane, like primordial, dragonborn. It's just casting a spell directly towards you. It's just in a different language than you hear. But as it does so, you feel a strange tingling sensation around your body, as if ichor is forming around you. As you look around you, you can tell your skin, the tone and flesh begins to not burn away, but begins to burn as if turning to charcoal black. Much like toast if you put it into a toaster too long. Talon, I want you to go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
I was like, wait a second. Wait. Okay, I was like, wait, do I get a save? I was like, oh, she? I was like,
yes.
I'm not turning black? Like, great. Now I'll be discriminated against.
I was just trying to
I'm
hold out until you could actually get to the computer.
No, you're fine, I just actually got up, just happened. Con save?
Yes.
I'm not too good at those
That's
ones.
not great. You were close, I'm going to say that.
I changed my name, I guess it didn't work. I finally actually changed it, but I guess I gotta do it again. Anyway, close.
It was close. I'm gonna let you know that if you can like bump it up. If not, that's perfectly fine. It's cool.
Oh, I don't think I have nothing that can give rerolls or anything.
That's fair. And unfortunately, no one here is a
No.
bard. I'm gonna look at
Nope.
Towin's character sheet for a hot second.
He can't do anything that can change my role exactly.
No, and unfortunately, he's also not a bard, so he can't reduce anything. As you feel the energy wrapping around your skin and flesh, it begins to almost hurt every time you feel your pulse going through your hands, every time it feels going around you. More or less as of right now, just your hands are turning that charcoal black. As if you quite literally burned your skin and flaking off. Right now, you do have... man, this is a bummer.
I'm on fire.
With hand weapons...
Yeah?
With melee weapons used with hands would be at disadvantage.
Okay. I can still attack though, right?
You can still attack. And if you cast spells, that's not disadvantage. It's just any blades you use with your fists.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
But that's their turn. Taylor.
So I have disadvantage, huh? And do I get a save at the end of my turn, or am I just...
At the end of your turn, you can make another save.
Okay.
If a turn overlapses or lapses until the effect or caster of the effect makes another turn, more happens.
Let's see. Oh, okay. I didn't... My Blade Song only gives me advantage on con saves, bonus to saving throws for making concentrations and con, so it doesn't help. Okay. I was like, oh wait, I remember. Okay. Well,
I'm attaining a spell.
How is this thing looking?
It looks ornately beautiful. It looks like it has like a dark webbing of armor placed upon their body. The shadowy creature itself has no pigment of skin. Rather, it looks like shadow envelops their entire form. You've seen this before, but not in this advanced stage. It's as if when you were a small child, you were staring into the middle of the woods at night and feared that darkness.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm going to cast a spell and stab him in the process of that. And I'll have my owl help me so I don't have disadvantage.
Cool.
It becomes a straight roll. But here's the spell. Intelligence save, if you please.
That's just mind whip. Intelligence.
It's actually a really disgusting spell. Like, especially at higher levels. Like, not even upcasting it. I mean, like, at higher levels of the campaign.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately...
And he has a -1 to his save as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it has a modifier, so it's just straight up a roll. It's a 13.
Fail.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I should stab with the black blade, right? Black on black. Doesn't look good.
Very Vogue.
That looked good, Peach.
Alright,
well, that didn't work.
If you last shot one target you see within range, your target must make an intelligence saving throw on a failed save. The target takes 3d6 psychic damage, so go ahead and roll that damage at the very least.
Yeah.
And it can't take any reaction until the end of the next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose... It keeps moving. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. Cool, you're limiting what it can do. It gets only one of the three.
Severus, back away from it. Hit him and back away. He has no reaction. What's his reach? Does he have a reach weapon?
You don't know. It did that whole charcoal skin, and that's all you saw it do.
But did it touch me when it did that, or did it throw something at me?
It outstretched your hand like a caster, and then went... if you've ever seen Harry Potter, the way the snake language sounds... And that's it. What it did.
So we're talking Tasselton? Well,
best way I can describe it right now.
I'm gonna hide like behind. I'm like underneath, like not on top, like underneath, like down there. I went like through
Yeah,
that way.
yeah. Definitely possible. Unfortunately, the map isn't allowing it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But he can't take a reaction now. Or I guess he could, but then he wouldn't. Wait, yeah, I don't think he has a reaction.
No.
He has no reactions. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So now I move away. Actually, sorry. Before I move away, I'll use my bonus action to offhand attack as well.
All right. You don't have to use a bonus action to do anything with your bird.
No, it's a free action.
Cool, go.
Wow, my disadvantage in both rolls were just ridiculously better.
Awesome. With 20, thankfully enough, that does hit. So bringing out your sword, it slashes in for a good amount of damage. It's not terrible. Thankfully enough, they're already bloodied, but they are doing worse now.
Yeah. Yep. So now I will move that 30 feet, or we'll do. Was that 35 feet? I think it was 35 feet. Let's try.
I think so. Yeah, like a max 40. So that's
cool. 35. Yep.
All right.
I'll save 5 feet just for no reason.
You guys can hear me now, right?
Away.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
all right, good. Good. There you go.
Nice. You're back in action. And now I cast a spell on that homie, and he has to either move, attack, or use a bonus action. He can't use it all of them. And so basically, we can attack him and run away, and he can't. He has to move to either hit us or cast something at us. However, I'm hiding out of sight. I'm trying to hide that.
Yeah, generally you have 2/3 cover, so I think that adds +2 to your AC. At any rate,
cover is actually 5 + 5.
Cool.
You want me just to have?
It's been a while since I've used cover. It's been a while since I've used covered. If you know the rules, just let me know. It's perfectly fine. That's fine. +5 AC, unless they move, which honestly they could, and then that end their turn. So, anyways, the last boring creature heads directly towards you, Kaithal. Do you have does your hound have a reaction? We've been doing this a lot.
His reaction is just the deflecting or giving disadvantage. I do not believe he has an opportunity attack, but I will let you know. But as of right now, I don't think he does.
Okay. Still going to come after you. Unfortunately, though, now removed, no longer restrained. Coming over as it rushes. Yep, still has 10 more feet of movement after that. Comes in as a ox, just basically coming straight towards you. On your left side, tries to ram in its horn directly towards your left side. If it does hit, it has more damage. So a little bit frightful that it will hit. It will hit unless Kaithal, you do.
All right. You know what? Hold on. Where's my cursor? There we go. I have the shield spell. I know I do. Come on, Tony. Come on. Yep. There we go.
Cool. With shield, that's a +5, so it does not hit because the additional damage is +10.
Oh yes, yes. I would like not to take that.
Just for let's say you didn't do that, I'm gonna see what you would have actually taken. 18.
18.
That's a good chunk. Thankfully enough you use shield, so that never happened. So as it rams in, it bashes into your shield spell, breaking it through, but not hitting you, thankfully. But thankfully enough, it is still charging out for an additional 10 feet, which gives Kaithal an attack of opportunity.
Right. Well, I will attack with my opportunity.
Cool. 24 definitely does hit as you just bring out your chakram and have it slash in while it's moving. You can tell that this creature is almost down. Surprise, surprise. At the end of its turn, Tolwyn will take an action. Man, everyone's so far away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Did I only take one? I only took one attack, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a second attack.
That was a reaction.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. You're right. I apologize. I thought about it right before you said it. You're right. Go ahead.
It's all good. Unfortunately, Tolwyn had to take their entire turn just to get to every enemy. Cerberus!
I look at the black creature. How damaged does it look?
It looks very bloodied. Although bloodied is not the proper term, but I'm going to use it anyways. It looks very hurt and more than likely going to be down if you strike hard enough. Maybe twice.
I will take my couple of attacks.
Alright. With the first swing out, you go directly towards it, but unfortunately, its shadowy form, you can't find purchase, at least right now.
I use a bonus action to cast Shield of Faith.
You zoom on yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and post. You cast Shield of Faith immediately around you, enveloping you, giving you an additional harder to hit ratio. Alright. With your next strike, it goes in once more, but as before, that shadowy form, you cut in, but you see no blood being drawn out as you finish the swing. Unfortunately, 15 is not enough to cut it.
Oh, it didn't hit 15?
No. You saw 19 hit, you saw 20 and above hit. If you've seen 15, 16, and under hit, miss. It might be 18, 17, you're not entirely sure.
Alright, then I will move like this. It doesn't get a reaction. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And obviously this guy gets a reaction if he wishes.
Has no reaction attack. You're good.
I look over to Kaithal and ask him, how's his condition?
I am well, sir. I am well.
He's more or less okay.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm doing good. I'm doing fine.
I'm telling him about the black creature's attack on Talon and tell him to be careful.
Thank you. Thank you. I will.
And my turn.
And actually, to be honest, I don't think I was connected when it attacked Talon, so I'm not really sure what happened.
He's basically becoming...
Yeah, am I supposed to make their saving throw?
Yes, at the end of your turn. We forgot about that. Go ahead. You feel the charcoal, charcoaling of your skin, which, how do you make charcoal? Keep burning wood, and that's how you make charcoal, surprise, surprise. There's other things to it, but that's the easiest way. However, Talon, right now, your skin irritation begins to go up to your arm and stop right after your wrist. Thankfully enough, whatever condition you were affected with stopped right there. You still have the disadvantage on attacks, but it never progressed beyond that point, which, honestly, fearful if it did.
But I'm thinking, like, after I have some time to heal, I'll be okay. But right now, my hands are kind of scalded or whatever.
They feel numb, if anything else. It feels like the connecting tissues aren't connecting.
I'm like, can I cast spells or no?
Yes. Thankfully enough.
Disadvantage on spells now too.
It's like when you. The best way I can describe it is if you've ever had like your hand go numb, like if you ever sat on it too long, or like sat awkwardly with your feet, kind of like that feeling. You can definitely still move things. You just don't really feel it moving properly.
Getting tingles.
Yeah.
Got it.
Tingles.
I'm so tingly.
Yeah.
I'm excited now when I see you all.
So unfortunately, still disadvantage on attacks.
But that was it. It's not my turn though. That was the end of my turn a while ago.
Yeah, we just forgot about that. That being said,
I was like, oh yeah.
Enemy turn. Enemy rams going to. Not a proper sentence there. I don't believe your owl has attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it does the 3d6 damage on. I'm just kidding. No, it does not.
That's what I thought. Actually, I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna see who it'd go for. Evens, odds. No, I'm gonna go with 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna exclude Tolwyn. They can't actually put their heads up, so don't notice them. 2, 3. Taylor. Yeah, I can get to you. Coming around the corner, this creature rushes directly towards you. Bringing out their horns, they just go and try to smack into you. Unfortunately, though, these guys aren't the ones you mind whipped.
What is that?
You still don't know.
Looks like a fat yak.
Let's see. 10 obviously doesn't hit, and the second strike, 18.
Nope.
I believe you do have your dance currently going up with the AC bonus, so nope, does not hit.
Yep.
Nice. Kaito.
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me. You guys can hear me this time, right? Okay.
Yes.
I will yell for Delrock to run. Oh, whoops. I'm still on the thing. So he's got 40 feet of movement. He is going to run to right here to keep kind of in between us. And he is going to attack him with his force rend.
All right, 21 does hit.
Oh, 4 points of damage. That's cool.
The hound
And
rushes
then-
towards the creature.
Oh.
It bites into the leg and bites it clean off. You can tell that this creature was close to death, and your hound just brought it down.
Hey, Kaithal.
Oh, cool.
Question for you.
Yes, sir.
You have your weapon with you, so that means you can utilize its telekinesis spell, correct?
Yes, sir, I can.
Do you think you'd be able to use it on the black thing and see if we can restrain it and disable it?
I don't know if I can do that with telekinesis, but I will try.
You can. You can attempt to restrain them.
They have a save,
okay, so
Yeah. They get a
let's
save
see
every
where.
turn.
That's 25 feet. Then I will try to do that. I will try to telekinesis the shadow figure and lift it. I don't know if it's floating or not, but lift it like 5 feet off the ground and try to keep it locked in place.
All right.
I forget. I don't know if I added it to this or not.
I think they have to roll a opposed strength, or they have to roll a strength save against.
You can try to
spell
move
save?
a huge or
Oh,
small
maybe.
creature. Make an ability check with your spellcasting ability contested by the creature's strength check. If you win the contest, you can move the creature up to 30 feet in any direction, including upward, but not beyond the range of this spell. Until the end of the turn of your next... And the creature is restrained in your telekinetic grip. A creature lifted upward is suspended in midair. On subsequent rounds, you can use your action to attempt to maintain your telekinesis grip on the creature by repeating the contest. Object, blah, 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 blah. We're not doing object. All right. So go ahead and roll a d20 plus your spell modifier plus proficiency against its strength check.
I think he just gets. I think it just gets the spell modifier. Actually, it says you just roll
with your spell casting ability.
check. Yeah, but that's just the modifier, right? Or is it? I guess it's both, right? I guess it would be both.
I think it would be both because it's spell casting ability. So like your proficiency
So
in your magic, I would imagine.
So just a 20 plus my spell modifier would be. I don't know how to do all the fancy stuff that
Oh,
you
it's
guys
fine.
do.
You can just go to your
My
spells,
spell.
and it's your spell attack bonus.
Yeah, just roll an intelligence save. Right?
Oh. I see. Intelligence save.
It's the same thing, yeah, because it'll give you your proficiency plus your. I think you're proficient in intelligence saves, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you're proficient in intelligence saves, it's basically the same thing he's asking you to roll.
Okay.
To get your proficiency and everything towards it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to take that natural 20 away from Kaithal, even though I should.
You can do what you need to, sir. Do what you need to.
No, it's fine. Thankfully enough, this creature doesn't have that great of a strength score. Surprise, surprise. So either of those would have worked.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cast out
okay,
telekinesis from your blade. Using an action, to burst in and bind this creature with your telekinetic grip. How high do you reach, or how high do you make it go?
Just 5 feet, just above the ground, so it's not out of our reach.
You can definitely
To
swing.
be able
Yeah.
to touch him.
All right, you do so.
Okay. And that would end my turn then.
You can still move and I think have a bonus action.
My bonus action I used for the wolf to attack.
Got it.
And then, I do have, well, no, because I did not attack. I guess movement, but yeah, I'm going to stay right here. So, or actually, no, you know what? I'm going to move a little closer to here to keep a better grip and to keep an eye on Talon at the same time. And then that, I guess, will be it.
Okay.
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Restrained 5e.
It's restrained, and he fucking wait. And what did I do to it? Oh yeah, he can only move or do an action as well. Plus he's restrained. We got all the statuses on this bitch. He's all fucked up.
Let's see here. Restrained. A restrained creature's speed comes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Obviously, it would. It doesn't say anywhere that I can't cast magic, so I'm going to cast magic.
Yeah, you can 100% cast a spell.
Well,
but you can only cast one.
I don't think it might be able to cast if it requires gestures.
No, you can still cast. But it doesn't say, if I was restrained, I'm still allowed to cast.
Yeah, if a person was considered restrained and it said, attacks, it makes a disadvantage, it means that it can clearly swing its arms. I guess you're, gripping onto the main body rather than the ligaments around. Makes sense.
Although I would agree with you, though, in my own game, maybe,
definitely.
Kelmore. I might rule that a little differently depending on what it was. But rules is written, 100%. You're good to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the rules as written for now.
Yep. Yeah, it makes sense. I make it interesting.
The creature currently in the air, restrained. Man, it was gonna try to attack long distance, but I guess more magic.
I'm doing that laugh actually. That's in character.
Bring out its hand. 1, 2, 3, and reroll on 4. Kython. It altitudes its hands toward you. You can tell it has no weapons. It can't just throw a blade at me. It begins to say that weird contagional spell, whatever this thing is, directly towards you, Kython. Whatever it is, you feel a strange numbing sensation around your hands. When you look down, you can tell that they are becoming charcoal black, as if wood has been burning far, far too long. I want you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, come on, baby. It doesn't look like it's going to work.
The exact same one Talon did.
Okay, here we
As
go.
it begins to wrap around the tips of your fingers, it slowly becomes and coils around up to your entire hand. Currently, Kythal, you have disadvantage on any attacks you make involving your hands. If you're casting a spell, that's fine. Nothing to worry about that. But anything else. If you have to throw something, if you have to hold a blade in your hand and strike.
Right.
Yeah.
I yell to Severus, "Thank you anyway, my friend." And I hold up my hands.
Go ahead, you finish. I'll yell at you after.
No, I was just saying I'm holding up my hands to show them that I screwed up. I got too close or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Taylor.
So I'm gonna paint this picture a little bit. So I'm just saying I'm behind a pillar. It's I'm dancing, right? So I'm dancing side to side, so you don't see me, and then I'm coming out one side.
Are you seriously telling us? Are you telling us that you're pole dancing right now? Is that what you're saying?
It's a pillar dance. Okay, you're not
Oh
listening.
well,
It's
hey,
thicker.
whatever, whatever you call it, you go
You
do
shut
it.
your mouth. You just bite your tongue. Hush. Anyway, yes. If you must know, I'm pillar dancing. Anyway, I'm dancing back and forth. So like you can only hear me I'm dancing back and forth. I'm like, focus your will, and then I go to the other side. Banish the evil blackness from your body. Like, be strong, not like a weak human. Basically is what I say. But like cutting out back and forth, dancing around, and apparently being gored or bitten by a
Whatever this thing is, it attempted to.
It's a lion, yak, spiky
Lion, yak, spiky.
thing. Good thing. Yes, that's what I said too. Watch out for that guy. Anyway, it's my turn anyway. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just fucking around. I was like, I'm dancing over here, waiting for my turn. It's my turn. Okay. So, guess I'll have my little birdie fly by. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna try something else cheeky. Cheeky little bitch. Let me see. Hold on. See if I can annoy you a little more, DM. Hey. Sorry, don't hate me forever. What's the? Oh, it doesn't say the range here. Hold on. Let me see that. Tasha's Mind Whip. It doesn't say the quip. It doesn't say the range. I guess I didn't copy the range down. It says 90 feet. Oh.
You should have range then, depending on who you're trying to hit.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Blackie over there.
Shadowy.
Shadowy. My character is not a nice person, so I probably said something worse.
Noble Wood Elves.
Okay, so
makes sense.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm
Noble High Elf. Sorry.
What the hell? Look. All right, we're gonna have to talk later. We're gonna talk about this. This is unacceptable. It's disrespectful. I understand. Where's the stupid thing? Okay, yep. I have 90 feet. Here it is. Last second level spell. Bam. Suck it, ho.
All right. Intelligence save.
Shadowy.
All right.
Shadow lady. Intelligence save, and you have a -1.
Doesn't have an intelligence modifier, so it's just -1. That's a 4.
Nice. Suck it, boy. All right. Well, you stay right where you are, as I'm mind whipping you and telling you that your shadow is the thinnest shadow I've ever seen in my life, and I don't like it. I don't know how to insult a shadow. It's my first time. Sorry about that.
Fine.
It needs some work. Anyway, 8 damage. 8 psychic damage. Suck on that, bitch.
As the last amount of psychic damage bursts in, you can tell that they're very, very hurt. Another attack like that, maybe like with a little bit more oomph, will definitely be able to bring this creature down.
Really? Well then. How far away am I? I can still move up and attack him. I want to get this beach. Then this guy will bite me. And that's not nice. It's alright, I'll let Severus, what are you doing, Severus?
Like, at a game, meta-wise, it doesn't have an attack opportunity. But how would Taylor think on this meta?
Okay. You got a good point there. He's going right at him. Fucking, I don't care. He's kind of lost it. I was gonna say, he's a little kooky at the moment. He's going, bring it on, bite me, bitch.
All right.
Or whatever. I don't know.
You rush over towards there.
Bring me a spike.
The woman in tow. I'm assuming you're using your sword to slash in.
Oh yeah. See, what I'm gonna do is.
Unfortunately, you have disadvantage. With your bird advantage, flat roll.
So yeah. But then he's also restrained, so I have double advantage and then single disadvantage. So I have advantage now, or no?
I don't think advantage stacks that way, unfortunately.
Rules as written, it cancels out. If there's 1 and 1, it all cancels out.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's gay. But that's fine.
It is pretty dumb, but we're gonna go with rules as written.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna have my owl help. I don't know who's gonna go over and fight stupid wolfy guy, but whatever. Fuck it. My owl would come over here. It would. I would tell it to. And I would attack with this sucker. Damn And
16.
then use my bonus
misses.
action to. I keep missing with the first attack, and then then smashing with the second one.
Yeah.
I have disadvantage. Oh no, it's a straight hit. It's a straight.
It's a straight hit. Remember, advantage on stuff.
Yeah. Nice. Even though I'm rolling 1 every time on the damage, but it's alright. 9 damage, maybe I got him.
You smash in with a good amount of force with your blade. With a shadow blade or the standard steel?
That's the shadow blade. Okay.
Smashing in. You can tell that a good amount of force is ringing inside. In your own mind, no one else can hear this. Taylor, and you do hear. Clearly your blade ready to feed. However, this creature somehow just barely manages to survive. I meant a little bit more oomph by more than +1.
Stop sucking. Stop sucking. Yeah.
No, you were close. Just I needed more than 9.
God. That's all I had. All I got.
All right.
All right. Well, since he can't take opportunity attack, I'll just take one little steppy poo right there.
Okay. It also doesn't have a
40
reaction.
feet of movement.
So that's cool.
Yeah. So I'll just take a little step
Cerberus.
I love it.
Oh wait,
That's
sorry.
Nasty style.
At the end of round, Tolwyn looks downward, sees that Cerberus is very, very hurt. Healing word. Let's go with. He wouldn't be stingy with his spells, I don't think. Level 2. Re-heal. Total of 9. Cerberus. Oh, so your turn.
Did you healing word or cure wounds?
Healing word. Oh wait, he does have cure wounds. Is that a touch spell?
Yep.
It is a touch spell, yes.
You know what? He's going to use a bonus action to Misty Step down. Boom, boom. Not that hard to do. Level 2 cure wounds. Boom, boom. So instead of that 9, Cerberus, heal 14. A little bit better. And Cerberus, your turn.
Thank you. That helped greatly. I walk over here, and I would do non-lethal attack.
Okay. Restrain, advantage, 27 does definitely hit. What sword are you using? Or a weapon?
The longsword masterwork. I hit it over the back side of its head, and as I do, I tell it to submit.
As you bring your blade back behind its head, you bash in directly towards it, and this thing goes down limp. It's not dead, but it's definitely concussed as it goes unconscious.
I shrug. I just walk over her nonchalantly. I look over my shoulder to Taylor and I tell him, if you want to finish it, go ahead. Just remember I did suggest interrogation. Then I look over towards what looks like to me a giant bug thing. And I take the death blade and stab.
Okay. That 20 definitely does it. Bringing out your blade, it cinders and breaks through its hide. You can tell you did a good amount of damage, but this thing is not even close to being bloody just yet. It definitely hurt.
Turnover.
All right. At the start of that creature's turn, we forgot to do this because new effect. Kythal, at the end of your last turn, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, you're right. I got a movement. Con save.
You pass. You see that weird charcoal skin stops at your hands, palms. Yeah, just hands. And goes no further. It definitely did stop, but you still have disadvantage on your attacks with blades and your hands. You can still use magic, and that's fine. To the creature turn. Creature notices you, Cerberus, is going to go for a ramming attack against you. So when it goes directly smack dab towards you, it may hit 22.
Hits.
Okay. With its new ramming speed, it just bursts in. Plus 10, 1d8. That is a lot of damage for 22 points of bludgeoning damage. You can reduce that. You're more than welcome to. And then let's see how much space it has left. And it does have just enough to go for a ramming attack against Kaithal. Sorry, Kaithal.
That's okay.
1d20 plus 6 modifier. And thankfully, you just back up, having its horn just scrape around your armor. Just barely missing.
How does spell save? I mean,
you either roll for 10 or half the damage you took, whichever is higher. So 11. 12 pass. Cool. Kaithal, it is your turn.
As it misses me, I yell, "Not today!" And I bring my chakram down on it, like as if I'm swinging a sword. I'm not. Well, I guess it's right next to me, so no, I'm not throwing it or anything. But
23
that
does
one
hit.
is there.
Good attack.
And then directly after, I'm just going to swing at it again. I don't know if it is dead off the first one or not, but I'm
slashing through.
I'm
you
mad.
Definitely break through its hide, making it bloodied nearly in an instant. Obviously, we're going to remove the 23 because that's the natural 20 hit. So the 20 breaks through its hide and makes it bloody on impact.
All right, second attack comes down on it.
You've been rolling well with disadvantage. 22 does hit.
Well, I've got that plus insane amount on this thing, so.
Yeah, very true. You take out the chakram, it slashes and cuts through. It's not dead, but it's very, very hurt.
You know what? As I will have Durak run to here and use his Force Rend. That's probably not going to hit.
On Shadow Woman or the creature you're attacking?
Oh, I'm sorry. On the creature that we're attacking. I'm not trying to kill the shadow thing.
Okay. I was going to say, kind of hard to not hit a unconscious person. You run directly towards this creature. It tries to bite in, but its hide is too tough and lean? I forget what lean actually means. To pierce in. Thankfully enough, Kaithal, you no longer have to make your con save, so your hands are just still charcoal black. Well, not charcoal black, charcoal gray, technically. At the end of your hound's turn, you just see the woman fall down and drop. She's not dead. You just didn't use your action to hold her in the air, so she just falls.
Oh, correct. Okay. That ends my turn.
Okay. She hits the ground, and you see a whole lot of blood just... Well, more like if someone toppled over, a lot of ink oozing from her body.
She was only 5 feet up.
Did I kill her by dropping her 5 feet on accident? Sorry.
Maybe. I can tell you I rolled a 7 after she fell. Taylor.
Well, I have a question for you, DM, actually, about something we talked about, just to be sure. But I don't want to spoil anything. Can I ask you a quick question in 1v1 real fast?
Yep. Okay. I can't hear you if you're speaking. Hello? Yeah. I'm gonna say go ahead and roll a save just to make it a in-game wise mechanic. That way, it's like up to the fates at that point. No modifier though, so I'm gonna say 50-50 chance right now since it hasn't taken you over at one point in time. So it hasn't overlapped anything. So like straight up 10 out of 10. 10 and below, no, that's harder. 10 and above, you succeed. Below 10, it takes over. All right. Bye.
All right. Well, let's see what happens here.
All right.
Let's roll one of those. Okay, so I feel a little less upset, and I guess I won't go stab that stupid bitch. Because Severus kept telling me not to. I really want to, but the overwhelming urge I had seems to have left me. But I still have this thing to stab here, so I'll just stab that instead. So I'll use my hooty hoot to help me, and then I will cast Pass Group. Well, no, I might have to fight something else. Who knows? Better be careful.
There's one last location left. Green Flame Blade.
We can't even get there.
You can't get there? What do you mean?
You already said environment was a little.
And then I have disadvantage with my bonus action. Damn it.
20 does hit, 25 does hit.
I have disadvantage on the second one.
Oh, that's right. Only the first one gives you advantage? That makes sense.
Yeah, so only the owl helps me one time. Because there's nothing else. It's not restrained or anything. So,
fair.
Yep, but I stabs it for that, and then I guess I just stay there.
Okay. Stabbing into it, you can tell that it has taken a good amount of damage. It's not quite dead, but with another strike like that, would potentially take it down. Maybe like a little bit more. Maybe. Anything else, Taylor?
So yeah, my green flame blade. I guess I cast it on. Oh, I did have the first one. That's right. So I get an extra D8 of damage. Sorry. D8. Sorry. Ooh, 1 D8 of fire damage. Ooh, nice.
Nice. Definitely very, very hurt. Now less damage need to be taken to bring it down.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's my turn still.
All right. At the end of the round, Tolwyn just comes over towards Kythal, see if this works. He just basically stating, I'm going to see if this works. Don't really know if it'll happen. I don't know. Cast Restoration on Kythal. Immediately, Kythal, you see the charcoal gray of your hands begins to dissipate all the way up to your fingertips. It didn't completely remove it, but it did remove it enough that you no longer have disadvantage on your attacks. For now. You're not sure when that weird condition will come back.
Hey, Tolwyn, why not try Blade of Light? Maybe that would help.
Does he have Blade of Light?
Life.
Blade of Life?
Yeah, that's Death Blade. Yes, the Life Blade.
Oh! Sorry, in my notes it's just called the Life Blade. Blade of Life would make sense as well. Tolwyn doesn't feel comfortable stabbing Kythal with the sword and see if that'll work.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be a direct stab. It just try scraping his finger or something.
Yeah, okay. Tolwyn, I guess, punches acupuncture on Kythal's hand. Does so, nothing happens, unfortunately.
All my fingers come off.
No, you're fine. You don't take any damage. Unfortunately, the Life Blade wasn't designed to work that way. I like your thinking, Cerberus. But it's not as if the weapon has fully awakened. At any rate, back at the top. Oh, wait, sorry. Back at the... Tolwyn was the bottom. Yeah, back at the top. So I was correct the first time. Cerberus. Bring out your blade to try to strike into this creature. Unfortunately, maybe not wanting to attack the bird that's currently trying to peck at this thing, your blade swings a little too far to the left. Bring out your blade again, it swings. You see the bird almost catch near your blade, So you swing down, causing it to spike into the ground, but nothing out of the ordinary happens. Man, you've been hitting all this time until now.
I am my turn.
All right. You do have a bonus action.
I don't have any bonus action ability that I can use.
All right. Let's see here. It currently can't try. Well, it can technically. No, it can't because it needs a 10-foot running charge to do the charging attack. So can't do the ramming speed attack. Very, very dangerous attack. All right, so she's gonna try to gore people. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll let you imagine who 1, 2, 3, and 4 are. It's gonna go after the dog. Why do the enemies keep going after the dog?
That's what it's built for. Take it, dog.
Immediately, this creature goes directly towards your hound. It backs up with enough force that it's not able to actually attack it or hit it, but it goes in for another swing again. However, your hound, your wolf, mechanical though it may be, has incredible instincts and just dodges left, right, A, B, start, where it just springs into the air. Kaito.
Perfect. All right, I will bring my chakram down on it again.
All right, 25 definitely does hit. You bring out your chakram and you just bash into this thing. How do you want to bring this down?
I'm going for a take the head off blow if I can with the chakram. I don't even know if it'll make it all the way through, but I'm going as far as I can into the neck to take its head off.
All right. Man, it's a good thing you don't have to...
Just because I'm angry at this thing now.
Yeah. Bring out your chakram. You basically hit it to its side where it causes its head to turn towards you. When it's about to say or like basically shout at you as an animal would, you bring down your chakram and you just slash through the left side of its head and then slash through the right side of it, completely decapitating this thing and causing it to roll onto the ground.
Perfect. I kick it off to the side, over towards its little friend over here somewhere. The head.
Yeah. You kick it
just
over
as a last ditch thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right.
Let me just quickly get combat music off, because I think that's all the enemies currently.
I move over to the black shadow thing and I try tying it up in such a fashion that it cannot cast spells, if possible.
Okay. What does everyone else do?
Before, let's see. I'm gonna actually come over to Duroc and cast Mending on him or it.
A machine can be a him or an it. Have you ever seen a car?
Yeah, that's true. I call my car a girl all the time. So you're correct. So yeah, I'll cast Mending on it. But I'm checking over it for all the dings and dents that it just took.
Yeah, you do see a good amount of dings and dangs, tribulations. I'm going to say the first Mending is easily enough done. If you decide to carry on, you're definitely able to do that if you decide to. But for the most hand, Talon, what are you going to do? As Service is currently restraining this woman.
I'm going to look at my blade and say, if you disturb me in combat again, we will have words. Focus yourself, you I don't know, I guess I wouldn't say like a piece of shit, I guess, but focus.
You say the fancy terms of pishy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way you were talking.
I'm speaking in Infernal, but like in my mind, like I'm guessing like you can hear me. I don't know, maybe I whisper it, like as I'm like, and I'm like you belong to me. Like we work with my will alone. Like maybe if you work with me, I'll listen to you a little bit.
This music is a little too campy. When you begin to say that, you do hear some voice in your head. No one else can hear this technically, but you do hear within your own mindscape. Do you really think you're the one in charge here?
I laugh back. I'm like, do you
Whoa,
think
that's
you're
loud.
in charge? Oh, is that me?
No, that was me. That was me.
Oh.
Because I
like,
forgot to
I moved my
lower.
mic just a little bit, and I was like, oh, really? My bad.
No, you're good. It's just I forgot to lower it because it was a new song I was playing. But no. What were you saying, Tolwyn, before I said that?
I chuckled back and be like, you think you have the power here? I was like, my will is greater than you can ever imagine.
Try saying it next time we decide to use my gifts. Let you some time to ponder on that. Tolwyn, in the meanwhile, comes over, tries to cast Restoration on you. Talon, if you allow it.
Yeah.
All right.
Cure wounds. Oh, that's restoration to heal my hands. Yes.
Yeah. That's his last third slot. So to do so, it begins to move away, and only the fingertips of your hands are still that charcoal gray. It hasn't fully disappeared, but definitely enough that you no longer are encumbered by that, whatever it is. Who knows? It'll come back.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
just talking so with my sword over there. Like I like see Severus taking care of business. I'm like, he's got it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Kathal was doing. We see him cutting some heads off over there. He's doing some science shit. I'm like, he's got it.
He's crinkly tinkering on his hound.
Like I could feel like that I had a hard time focusing in the battle because of what what he like what my sword was doing, I guess.
Definitely a difficult time.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, guys. I just want to let you guys know it's thundering and lightning over here right now, and my lights just flickered. So if everything goes out, you'll know why. If I disappear, well, I guess I'm on a cell phone, so I guess that doesn't matter. But if I disappear off of Roll20, you'll know why.
Makes sense.
Anyway, there you go.
As you begin to work on your hound, Taylor, and you begin to try to play an emotional game with your sword, you finish tying up this woman, Cerberus.
Hey, Tolwyn, do you have another restoration in you?
Shakes their head no. Actually, do they? They might. He looks towards you. Any reason why?
I believe. Well, if you don't have one, I can probably do it. I was going to see if we can at least temporarily remove this darkness from this person in order to interrogate them. It was that same darkness from that one other creature we fought way earlier those days ago.
He nods. And the state. I can try. It's just going to expend more of my stronger magic, aka a 3rd level slot.
Well, I can cast Lesser Restoration as well, but I'm not certain if doing that plus the Lay on Hands 5-point thing would be powerful enough if I had to take 2 actions to do it.
I would start with using 5 points of your healing pool, and then save your spell slots for smites if you could.
Even then, you can test it with 1 and see how much that does.
Well, to use the 5-point thing is to remove a condition.
I understand. I'm just saying, flavor-wise, I don't want you to expend any more than you have to. You have seen that 5 on something else has worked. I just don't want you to use more than you have to. You're more than welcome to. More than welcome to.
Are you saying that you can let me do the remove condition ability with only expending 1 point?
No. You can do that, but beforehand you had to do that and other things to help out someone that was not in this state, that was in a better case than this. So you can clearly easily tell that. Sorry, it was a roundabout DM way of saying this. Last time you tried to do this, you had Tolwyn helping you out, and you had your remove condition helping you out. Right now, if you just try to do it alone, that is not going to be enough, is what I was trying to say, but clearly the wrong way.
Alright, well, Tolwyn, do you think you can give me a hand?
Of course. He comes over.
I expend 5 points, and I gesture for Tolan to do greater restoration. Lesser restoration.
Okay, this is basically another round. Kaito, are you still mending your hound? You can.
Yeah. I'm kind of watching the rest of what everybody else is doing, but yeah, I don't have anything that could actually help with what they're talking about. So.
Fair. Talon, still yelling at your sword?
No, I feel like it heard me and is chastened. Anyway, I guess I make sure I clean it off from all that black stuff that's on there. If I had any left from killing those things or stabbing or whatever. I guess I didn't kill everything. And then so like out of game, like, are we still like in combat? Like, are we going round by round here?
No, it's just I'm trying to make sure everyone gets screen time.
Okay, yeah, okay, just checking. So we, I can't really do anything that can help out, like, cause I guess you have that lady all tied up. Let's, maybe just bury her underground for a minute. Stick to her underground for a minute. That might kill her, maybe. Anyway, no, I'm good. I guess I'll keep yelling at my sword. Seems good.
Okay. You know, guard, dirty rat, you say in your mind. Tolan in service, you begin to heal or mend this woman without too much of an issue. You begin to remove the shadow, and it begins to remove itself from the body, but not completely. Like beforehand, because I think this is the exact same recipe you used before, the body and the shadow begin to rip apart. There's still small tendrils still latching on, like you saw last time, but this time a little bit thicker. Is there anything else you're doing while your magic is currently active? Underneath, you do see the shadow and the woman below. She seems to resemble, more or less, the best way I can say is an Aasimar with horns. So a tiefling Aasimar, I guess. They have white hair, more or less pearlescent skin. If they go in the sun, they immediately cook.
I'm not sure what else I can do. I guess. Actually, yeah. In case it's not possible to save her, there is something I would like to try to do. As I'm looking at her right now in this condition, she's apparently unconscious. Or at least I assume she might.
Right now, the shadows are like removed. So, if you didn't want to touch the shadows, I guess this would be the best time to roll a medicine check. Like to see if she's still breathing.
Sure.
Looking at her frame and body, like you put your hands around the shadows, place your 2 fingers cupped near where you can see the shallowness of breathing and things like that, even with an unconscious person, and you feel just a little bit of pulse in the body. You feel like they're very, very close to die.
Alright. As I'm looking at her, is there any piece of her body now that is no longer shadowedy?
Yeah, the top part of her body, up to, well, like, everything is basically removed, except the shadow tendrils are still latching on. If you've ever, like, taken a sticker off of the surface, kind of like that.
Can I take some of her hair?
Yeah. You take some snippets of her hair. You now have white locks.
Alright, I'm going to try using that idea that I made mention beforehand later with this, in case this doesn't work. What we're doing now doesn't work.
Okay.
Alright. I try, let's see. I do have alchemist supplies, so I try to take out the equivalent of smelling salt. put it underneath her nose, trying to wake her up. Wake up, wake up. Come on, wake up.
I'm gonna roll something. Okay, so here's what happened. I'm not saying it's your fault, but she fell down.
Oh, man.
So she started to make death saves.
We pumped healing power into her at this point.
To remove the shadows, not into her form.
Well, it also removes conditions.
So she's been making death saves.
It doesn't remove the dead condition.
Cerberus, I don't want this plan to not work out. And right now it's even. So one more and she goes down.
Just heal her real quick.
Or one more and she goes back up.
Give her 1 point of healing. Just give her 1 point of healing.
Fine, I give her 1 point of healing.
Put your glowing hands on her sweet, glowy nether bits. And give her some energy. Pervert.
Weird way of phrasing it.
I take a snippet of her hair. I will then put it a single point of healing at that point.
Okay. Man, I don't want to keep being the bad guy. Technically, while the shadow is enlaced and wrapped around her, no other forms of magic would be able to affect her unless it's damage-wise. Or, restraint, spells. No, I don't want to be that guy. But remember that for next time. I'm gonna see what she would have rolled. She would have been fine. Cerberus, begin to heal this woman. Right now, the tendrils or the shadows are removed to a degree. You push in some health, enough for her to wake up. In the middle of all this, she looks down. I'm just gonna represent her with the token. She looks down, immediately looking at the tendrils wrapped around her, panicking, and just states, "What's going on?" She seems fairly young, fairly afraid. Not young as a child, but young as in young adult.
I knew we should have killed her, I said.
I reach out my hand and try to turn her head to look me in the eyes.
Immediately when you grab her head, she panics and freaks out. But she's way too weak to actually do anything, so you turn her. Even
Listen
more
to me.
so panicked.
Listen to me. Look me in the eyes, child, and listen. I try calming her down with a little bit of intimidation.
Okay, I don't think Cerberus is that much older than her.
Definitely calm people down.
Go for it.
I'm not trying to calm people down. I intimidate them. It usually works.
Do you want me to use persuasion or intimidation?
Nah, this feels more intimidation.
Yeah, I like it. I like the intimidation. Go for it.
It's not that high, but she's honestly panicked, so it works. Looking towards you, she nods.
What is your name, child?
Olivia?
Olivia, I am Severus. I need you to listen. It's very important. Right now, you're in a situation, a deadly situation, but we can try to do as much as we can and to help you. But to do so, we need information and from you. Everything that you can remember, the most important bits that you can remember. Anything that you can remember feeling, anything that you can remember seeing, since now,
carry on,
to as far back as you can. Otherwise, it's going to be more and more difficult to save you from your situation.
Man, there's a lot of information.
I don't know what else to say. I'm just.
No, it's basically no, Cerberus, I get it, but it's you basically ask. So, tell me your life story.
That's not what I mean. I meant from this situation to the last memory that she can clearly recall.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
must have been somewhere
That
doing
works, that
something,
works.
and then a blank.
Looking towards
To
you,
this-
she does state, the last thing I remember is my coming of age party. The rest of the girls and guys, she would say, men, we're getting ready to basically be, shown and go into adulthood. Uh, when, when that happened, later in the night, I just kept having weird dreams, nightmares. So I took a stroll in the woods. And when that happened, I don't remember what else happened. I just remember a lot of fire in the forest, so I ran. Then a few days later, I couldn't remember where I was. And just tried to help and look around, but no one would come near me and wouldn't try to help. I kept trying to speak to them, but they kept running. I don't really know. She can tell. You can tell that she is telling you the truth. At least you believe. But she's super panicked in this state, so you're not entirely sure if she's telling you all the details precisely as they happened. But this is what she, in a panic state, feels what has happened. But I'll continue. Afterwards, some people did come to help, but I couldn't see their faces. They only appeared in the night. And after a while, I kept seeing more and more of them. Until I couldn't shout or couldn't ask for any more help. And I can't remember what happened after that. There were some times and glimpses when I could see it was like I was trapped in my body. There were some times when I could see when I was conscious, but I don't remember what it was. It was trying to look for more people, I think. More people with red eyes. But sometimes we found them, and I think sometimes we didn't. And then this last thing we were looking for, I remember a woman telling me, screaming in my ear, shouting, to look and find this. I think she wouldn't be able to mime. She's too weak for that. Like ledger book or something with a lot of things inside. She said it would be on a podium or something. Like stone.
So they went after that one instead. I thought it might have been this one. Looks like my guess was wrong.
I don't know.
Thank you. Tell me, where were you from? What was your family name? And does she have red eyes?
She does. Currently they are red, but a little less red thanks to the healing and stuff. I don't know how to describe that. Less red, but still red. I don't know. Looking towards you, she does state, my lineage, we went by Dawn. D-A-W-N.
Where was your location of your family?
Aquas, which you know is the country to the left.
Is that on the same continent?
Same continent. Sorry, kingdom to the left. It's definitely 2.5 weeks away from your current location. You'd be in the north section of Aquas, but you'd be there.
What do I know about the Blade of Life that Tolwyn currently has?
Not much, really. Tolwyn knows that.
Do I think it might be able to help her in her situation, or at the very least keep it from continuously the shadow from coming back for a time?
Maybe. Like, it's a possibility, but you've never experimented on this. It's theoretically possible for it to, if you believe the shadow is a foreign object, might be able to purify the body. Maybe in this set of state.
Shadow is definitely a foreign object. It would have to be.
You also saw that with Talon and Kaithal, the blade did not work on their condition.
He didn't stab them.
He also probably wouldn't.
All right. Kaithal, do you have any questions?
Not questions, but I want to look at where the shadow and her come together and see if it's like
forehead,
see if it's
lung area,
okay.
heart,
All right.
Stomach area, but if you know anatomy, where the womb would be, left and right leg, and left and right arm.
Okay, so it looks like this thing is pretty hardcore intertwined into her, at least her vital areas. I'm trying to see if there's any, sounds stupid, but scientific way to try to pull them apart.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would even know how to think about that, but in a tinkerer's mind, trying to think, oh, maybe I can do or create this
I like the
in the
thought
future.
pattern. Kaithal, go ahead and roll Arcana.
Arcana. That.
I have a suggestion to you. My place of birth was pretty fucked up and they did a lot of weird experiments. Do I recognize perhaps some of the physiology of how this thing is connected to her?
Sort of. You have heard of parasites or something of that nature from where you're from. This is something else, but also similar in nature. I suppose you can roll, ironically enough, nature to see if there's anything discerning that you could get. And if you roll well, I suppose advantage to Kaithal's roll. Yeah, that's pretty good. Examining the properties of this thing, you can tell that this entity is part of it. It's more of a condition to it due to her already genetic position where she already is from or what she already is. But this is a manifestation of what she already is, but amplified by some other foreign thing or degree. When she said like there was something yelling in me or yelling at me, it wasn't this shadow creature, because that is a part of her, but something likely that is able to tap into that shadowy thing that's a part of her. Based on this information, this isn't some type of symbiote, this isn't some type of infection, this is her, just a corruption form. It's possible that she would be able to go beyond this corruption and actually be purified in a different state, but you're not entirely sure since you would need to research this more. But this is a good starting off point, so you have that information.
Right.
With that point,
yeah, that's kind of what I was trying.
I'm going to give Kaithal advantage because that's what Service figured out. I'm going to say Service if you don't want to give Kaithal that information. No advantage. Okay.
Advantage.
Based on the information you have, Kaithal, with Service, with your own understanding and everything else, it's possible that Tolwyn is able to cut this thing out with the life blade. It won't kill her, but it will severely reduce her down to the point of she will need to get medical attention for a while in order to get back up, because you're quite literally killing a part of her.
Like cutting off a limb or taking out their ego?
Their connecting point with magic.
Ooh. Okay.
That's not necessarily bad.
It's not bad, but
no.
If that's what is a part of you is, you'll be severely hurt. It's like basically a lot of surgery, and the body needs time to recover. She won't ever have that magic back. Yeah, she won't ever have that magic back, but she will be able to live a natural-ish life. Maybe further on, Tolwyn, sorry, not Tolwyn, Kaithal will be able to, figure out a different way of doing this, but this is your current thing.
I will convey this to Tolwyn, well, to everybody. I don't know what Talon's doing over there in the corner, but I'm conveying this to everybody near us, and quickly trying to throw out a vote whether we want to try this on her or not. Obviously, we've never tried it, so it could possibly kill her, but at the same time, is that worse than what she would be living with if we didn't save her from the shadow?
I look to her. I make sure I drag her face to mine. and I look her in the eyes and I tell her, this is a chance that we can save you from this condition. We can save you, but it's going to put you through extraordinary pain. And in this place, right now, in front of this angel of love and happiness, in this act of salvation for you, there's a chance that we can save you. A chance. But you must be willing to take it. You must fight for it. You cannot allow yourself to succumb to the pain. You must ascend beyond it. You must conquer it. Are you willing to do that? Do you wish to live?
Man service, she is not a warrior or a soldier. I like the intent and I like the thought patterns, but you're basically like grabbing onto the back of her head, giving her a pep talk while she's currently panicked. If she wasn't already panicked before, it would not help. Service, go ahead and go with persuasion. No disadvantage, because I'm not going to be that mean.
Well, it was supposed to be one of those inspired things.
No, service. I get it. I get it.
Good, man.
She's like 19 and super afraid of her life.
It was
supposed to talk to young women. That's all, buddy.
It was supposed to be one of those awakened thy spirit from within things.
I get it. She's not a fighter, dude.
Look,
she's like a young farmer's kid.
It's probably a good thing you don't know how to talk to young girls. Like, I mean,
right.
Young girls. Not girls your age, but young girls.
She is of age. I'm gonna say she's gonna roll for it because that's pretty low. I'm gonna give her disadvantage because she's currently panicked and is probably willing to do that because it beats being a prisoner of your own body. So insight +2.
I do have a few spell slots and some healing ability with those and my lay on hands. She probably won't die.
I've also got some cure wounds that I can use if need be, so we can keep her alive. I think.
As this is all going on, like Talon kind of comes back to the group here, and he looks like a little tired and drawn, and he also just looks like resigned a little bit.
Please don't stab her.
Taylor, when you come over towards her, Cerberus just look towards you. In game, maybe, or out of game.
Talon just goes like, why would I? Talon just goes, what?
She's not looking towards you. She is looking towards Cerberus. Thankfully enough, she had disadvantage. So, looking towards you, Cerberus, she just says, oh, okay. You got an affirmative.
I didn't quite hear what you said.
She said okay. Just very, very afraid.
Alright, well, this place is a place of bards, and she can learn magic. So, she's not completely outside of its ability. Forever. That's what I'm thinking.
Potentially.
And there's also the fact that I can teach her holy magic. Make her a paladin, if she wishes it. So, alright, Tolwyn, Kaithal, I don't know how much time we have left.
Maybe.
No, I'm not.
I know.
I don't know how much time we have left. This might be our only chance.
That's what I'm saying right there. That's me right now.
It's just.
Yeah.
Can you click on it?
No.
If he dies, he dies.
If she dies, she dies. Whatever.
So, yes. This might be our only chance to save her. Shall we begin?
Yeah, I really care. Yep, let's get it over with.
All right,
we're gonna save the town, not one person. Let's do it.
Experimentation time. All right. Tolwyn has a blade and he's fairly skilled in it. So I'm gonna roll a weapon of life attack against her. Shadow form to sever the connection. It's kind of hard not to hit, so with advantage. So that's not really an issue. The part that comes after, well, I'll let you know.
If guidance will help him in any way, shape, or form, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Okay.
Would protection from good and evil help?
You don't know.
Continue.
Okay. Casting guidance on this person and individual. Tolwyn, you clasp onto him, helping him out.
I'm ready to use some holy healing magic.
Okay. severing the connection. You can tell that Tolwyn hit every single point of contact with the shadow from her body. It begins to move and wither away, and this shadow form is currently hovering above her. It begins to scream out in the pain and agony and begins to almost boil. And like droplets of water begins to fall down. What do you guys do?
Where is it falling from? I mean, to?
Like 5 feet above her, falling down.
I think we should move her out of the way. If it's like try to pull her, if it's falling down towards her, I'd rather have her not get hit by it.
Who pulls?
Wait,
I will pull her.
I will pull.
So what's above her again? I missed like
A now shadowy ink cloud that's going to fall on her unless someone does something.
I pull.
All right, Service, you pull. Go ahead and roll. Athletics.
Why am I rolling so low?
Kythal, you had the idea, so I'm gonna say you helped out Cerberus, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
All right. So this cloud needs to beat a 19. The cloud has no bonuses, so flat out roll.
Nice.
You pull her from the cloud, ink currently falling down, cascading on the ground, and you're able to remove her just fine. But this thing is still coming after her, currently slithering about. You do have time to react.
I take the blade of death and stab the black cloud. And
It's more like an ink puddle heading towards you, but that's fine. You grab your blade and you strike down. Immediately, you do feel the girl convulse in pain and basically get knocked out from this. The shadowy form that's on the ground, that weird ink puddle, begins to break apart until it's no more. These beings have now severed from each other, but they were still more or less connected, but not physically. You can tell that she is slowly losing breath as she draws it out.
But I put some points of healing, lay on hands into her.
All right. How much?
4 points.
All right. You put in 4 points of healing into her, grabbing onto her forehead like you've been doing so far, and pushing in enough health that you believe she stabilizes. She is slowly breathing, but not bleeding, breathing nonetheless. You can tell she is in a more or less comatose state, but she, if tended to, will recover. And thankfully, you haven't killed this woman, but you've also removed the thing that has been controlling her, or at least has had control of her. Whatever was the foreign thing that was connecting to her is no longer there, and the shadow has been removed.
Talon, can you send your bird to the library? They apparently are after the book.
Yeah, just 1 second though. So she's definitely gonna live?
Unfortunately, Talon.
Okay, stab her.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
After all that work, I was like, wait. So she's okay?
Yeah.
She's 100% good? Okay, then I'd kill her.
What?
No. I was gonna be like that guy, but I don't want to on top of other players. Like, if it wasn't something you really wanted, I would do it because Talon's going through some things.
Like,
anyway.
medically, she still needs to be attended to. Like, if you just leave her there, she's going to die.
I didn't plan to. I pick her up.
Hold on, before you pick her up, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on her to give her a little bit more. I guess I didn't give her very much, did I?
Well, we might need your spells for later, buddy.
Yeah.
She's alive.
That's true.
I put your hand down and like, she's okay.
Okay.
We have a problems to deal with.
He like puts Tilly just puts your hand down, kind of thought like we might need this later for us.
Also, why would you waste it on? What is she? What race is she?
Tiefling with horns, but hair and eyes of an Aasimar.
Yeah. Why would we waste on this fucking abomination? I kind of look at you like judging. I'm definitely judging you a little bit. Like, what are you doing?
Information.
Yeah, but she's already alive. What do you want to do? Alive her some more?
There's information. There's information we can get from her that would be invaluable.
Okay, well, invaluably get it later when we have time. Also, Okay, I don't trust this bitch. She could be lying. That black stuff could just be, I don't know. Maybe she was dirty.
Zone of truth.
I don't trust anything. I think we should just kill her.
I put my body between her and him.
Yeah. You put her body on the left side of you, keeping them further away from Talon. Talon, sorry.
Talon laughs. He's like, "You think you can keep up with me in that bulky armor, Chunky boy? If I wanted to kill her, I would have killed her."
As Talon is going through some things, and Cerberus more or less getting some security measures around him, Kaithal's hound gets in between them, making sure they don't fight. The bird comes back momentarily soon after, and begins to call out. I'm going to say you understand your bird, and it's currently stating...
We can speak telepathically.
Yeah.
Like, we can actually talk telepathically.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it has a... Actually, I can see through its eyes, but it can communicate where I can understand. Like, so...
Yeah.
Anyway.
As you look through its eyes and manage to get in there, it returns back. But before it returns back, you did see that your bird / you saw that Shade and his group are currently unconscious and knocked down in the library. Shade is the only one still currently conscious.
Is he fighting, like battling?
He's fighting, but he's not.
Hiding?
He's fighting, but he's not doing that great. From what you can tell, he is up against a lot of numbers and a lot of very big, strong-looking things.
How many is a lot? Like
it's not like. I'm just going to
3
show you the map because it's easier that way for me.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm flying over it. I can technically see it.
Yeah. You do see not a dozen amount of people, but definitely more than outnumbers Shade.
Oh my goodness. And there's a lot of them. That's a big one. Those are huge.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
I don't think even at 100% we had to have the power to fight them.
We might need to stay away, and I am very tired. We cannot be cowards. We have to try and help them, though, somehow.
I think what we should probably try to do is to evacuate them.
I look at my sword, and I'm like, I can take them. They just need to learn how to dance. I'll show them.
Whatever we do, we need to do it now. And I'm trying to basically tell you guys, shut up and let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. We guess we can talk about it like later, but I don't really know what I want to do.
Alright. As basically Kaithal goes like, whatever we need to do it now. Basically pushes you guys to move forward. Talon's like, I don't know, should we really try? I just need to get them to dance. You feel that the statue and the spear behind you begin to glow radiantly. And then, with Kaithal's words, the blade in the statue's hands begins to basically ring out in a violent scream. And the statue itself feels like its light is glowing upon you. Everyone is classified under long rest. And what you decide to do after that is entirely up to you.
Ooh.
You do a level up. Yeah. And we'll figure out what happens next time as we end the session.